Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of ANaijaman's Perspective. I have a good friend with me, OAR, in the studio. OAR, how are you doing? You good?
I'm good, fam. How's it going? How's the day?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Glad to get to the end of the week. This burning story that has been everywhere, that has refused, to go away. This 2Face issue. We first heard about the bombshell well over a week, maybe going into 2 weeks now, where
Yeah, about.
Two-Face announced that he and Annie were divorcing, and then it was deleted, and then we got another message saying that his Instagram was hacked. Then Two-Face came on the same Instagram, sat down, and said his Instagram wasn't hacked. He said what he said, and then people went around saying, "No, that's not what happened." And then we got the message that from I think Stella Demococos that Annie Idibia was in rehab and took care and Tiwa were looking after her. And then Two-Face now did another video, doubling down on the initial video. And then a third video now came out where he put a Nigerian flag in the back of the screen and professed love to Honorable Natasha.
Hey, my people, what's up, man? So allegedly, I've been seeing so many things, so many people coming up with their own false narratives and false talk and malicious nonsense. After I posted that stuff that I posted, yes, I posted what I posted, and any person will get brain, they understand, you know. But for all of these people that have been saying different stuff that do not have any absolute clue of what's going on. But hell, now, in a life, perfect guy, not too much. You understand? See, everybody's going to be alright. Everybody's fine. There's no fights. There's no quarrel. There's nothing. I said what I said. All of us will be alright, and all of us are working to do bigger and better things. You understand what I'm saying? And Honorable Natasha, I see she has been dragged, she has been called all sorts of names, she has been labeled as a homebreaker, you know, she is a young, brilliant, amazing young woman. You understand what I'm saying? And she had nothing to do with, you know, what's happening between me and Annie in our marriage. You know, she has absolutely nothing to do with that. But I see everybody allegedly trying to, you know, rope her into everything. Yes, I love her. She's amazing. She's cool. You know, I want to marry her. Understand what I'm saying? So that on one side. Then on the other side, well, me and Annie, we don't fight, we don't quarrel. You know, we have a good understanding of ourselves and what's going on.
Osawaru in Edo State House of Assembly. And the next thing we heard was a proposal, alleged proposal. We saw him holding her, putting hands on her belly. There had been rumors as well about both of them being pregnant. I know there is a lot to take in, but that's what has been consuming.
This is also pregnant.
Yes, allegedly, that's what we're hearing. That a major blog carried it that she's also pregnant. So a lot to unpack there. We've not even finished divorce. We're already talking about pregnancy and wedding proposal. And then the mom now came out and said Honorable Natasha was using jazz on her son.
Good evening, Nigerians. My name is Mrs. Rose Idibia. This message is for Miss Natasha Osawaru of Edo State. I'm calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help me beg her to release or to free my son. My son is going through a divorce process and he's clearly not in his right senses now. I know my son. This is not him. Please, Natasha, the bead you put on his hand and on his neck, remove them and free him.
And next thing we also heard the family petition that Two-Face has been missing. They've not seen him for a few days. So a lot to unpack. What are your thoughts?
Wow, there's a lot to cover in a few seconds. Hi guys, man, where do we start from? is first I have the disposition of for me first is none of my business because that's his private life.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he made it public. Still, respect is still his private life. Is sad to see where so many things, how things are. It's sad to see marriage break up. It is
Yeah,
sad
it's
to
very sad.
know is going through divorce or whatever they may be going through, knowing they are both public figures, and many people emulate them, many people want to be like them, many people admire what they had. Unfortunately, he's gone down the drain. Now, to put context to everything, first I will say this may look as if I am in support of Tubaba, but I will say this here: the man that rarely talks.
He rarely talks.
You hardly hear him say anything. You will not even hear him. In fact, growing up, knowing him, the best you hear from me is nothing they happen. We all forget that nothing they happen. That's the best you hear from him back in the days. You hardly hear anything from him. So for him to come out with this bold move, bold statement, I watched that video and I'd be like, oh my God, what could have pushed this guy to say this much? Because he said, Nami Tokam, won't be anything. I said what I said. Both parties are tired.
Do you think
blame? Say it again.
Do you think he was pressured to make that statement? Or do you think that was his original plan? Maybe the original plan was to just release a statement and keep it moving, but all the online in-laws, pressure. Then they now say, okay, let it not be like, because there was a rumor that they were reconciling, and everybody was happy that, they're going to come back together, only for him to now do that video.
I think, you see in any relationship, when you're tired, you're tired. Both parties, I'm sure they're tired.
Both parties.
Yeah, I'm sure they're tired. They probably might just be saving face staying together. And like every marriage that ends is not a good thing. Is a lot to unpack. Separation might be good for them, might equally be bad for them. But right about now, they need their spaces. Every marriage, every relationship have their highs and lows. Yeah. If this is leading to the total break, unfortunately, sad to know, but they are here. Now, we could think that, okay, they could patch up. Unfortunately, the man has also come out with another move to say, hey, I'm out. But you see, the thing for our online in-laws is not to bash any party.
Yes.
You don't bash any party. I saw Tiwa's bashing. I saw Toke talking. For crying out loud, these two girls or these two ladies also came out to do the same. They had their time. Nobody questioned their time. Or come on, Tiwa had a session on live TV to more than what 2Face had done. You see, the thing that picks me for this thing is, no matter who may have done it, it's a difficult moment they are going through. Respect it and keep quiet. Yeah. No matter who may have done it. Now, if it was Annie that came out to say what 2Face said, what would the world have said? He escaped that dude. He was a rubbish guy. He was just sleeping with everybody.
Hmm.
But it's time for him to speak his own mind. We are now wanting to force him back to what he's running from. Do you actually know where he's running from? And there's a narrative I've been hearing that I don't know who started that narrative. I don't know how true it is. But you know, they kept saying that 2Face found her at 15 and started grooming her at 15. I have a challenge with that statement. And
tell us why.
And what's my challenge? Of all the people that have said it, especially ladies that have said that thing, mostly ladies, how many of them, most of them are married now, most of them have children. How many of those ladies that have said this thing will release their 15-year-old child to any man?
It's a good question.
How many of them will release their 15-year-old child to any man? That child is still growing. That child is underage. You know, you set up this narrative and you think people will not ask questions. Do you want me to start questioning Annie's parents to say, how dare you leave your child to a man at that age, in this age
24.
of time? 2Face was said to be 24. We left a 15-year-old when we all know that's an underage. R. Kelly is doing his time because of what right now?
Yep. Underage issues.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You clearly know why. Wait, I don't understand. Was 2Face that much of a star at that time? I don't think so. So why would you? I grew up in that era. I know what was going on. We know the kind of parents we had. So why would you release your child to your 15-year-old child? When at that age, I know that we are not meant to even talk about anything called relationship.
Absolutely. Supposed to be studying for your WAEC. Yeah.
Do you understand? So why would you leave your child for a 24-year-old man? So I don't think that narrative is correct. They really want to do us good. They should give us actual timestamps and receipts to it. But those things will not come out. But they've been peddling this narrative. They've been pushing it out. They've been saying so many things. Hey, I don't think so. I don't think that.
Okay, so moving back to the current state of affairs. What is your take on this whole 2Face announcing it, the way he announced it, and the announcement of the new relationship while the divorce is not final?
Man,
what are your takes?
I think Subaba is acting too fast. 2Face is acting too fast. By law, if Annie knows her onions and people around her know their onions very well, there may be a jail time. If you have not finished your divorce in Nigeria that I know of by law, and you go into another relationship, when you have not dissolved that one, that's 7 years imprisonment you're playing with.
Really? I never knew that.
Yep. If you have a side chick or you have a side guy, both parties are playing with 5 years imprisonment.
So why is this not being enforced in Nigeria?
Many don't know. Many are ignorant of the law, which is not an excuse. You already know. Many don't know.
Okay. It's worth probably checking that out, and the subsection and the section on the subsection in the Constitution, guys. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. So Ope and I are just talking about the 2Face situation. So where does that put this new lady in question? Where does that put her in question? You and I know that no jail term is going to be hard in Nigeria, even though that's what the law says, like you said. But the chances of that happening are
0.
Let's just
Well,
let's just call it what it is. Yeah.
well, if we have some hungry lawyers that want to prove something, they may exploit. But I've never seen or heard it, but it's in the law. If you know, Nigeria is a funny country where things go funny, and that's when that's when you know that there's a law. That's when you know that there's a law and it can be enacted. So if they have good lawyers and they want to really, really take this dude down, it's just that what may happen is there'll be a lot of people like me sitting down behind the screen with a lot of big, massive trailer load of popcorn. And I'll be chewing because there'll be a lot of people, if they realize and know, there'll be a lot of people going to court over these kind of issues, and some people may be serving jail time. But some people don't want to stress themselves, and if in the Idibia's case, if they exploit it, it would be who has the biggest balls, if I may use that word. And it will be a case of at the end of the day, maybe this person did it, this person also did it, so the case may be thrown out of court. Maybe.
So where does this put Honorable Natasha in all this?
She may not be safe if I don't think she should get herself involved at the moment.
No, I mean in the relationship, it looks like it's like you said earlier. It's all messy. A marriage proposal allegedly has been done. We don't know what's going to happen next. He has professed his love very, very publicly. Very, very publicly. It's one of the most public declarations of love I have seen in a long time by a top celebrity. It's very public.
The man has made a statement. The man has made a statement, and
Annie,
like you rightly said now, is bold.
It's very, very
Someone
bold.
that does not talk so much, does not say so much. He has said a whole lot right now without saying so much.
I agree with you. It's quite bold. And what about so two more things before we close out. What's your take on the mom statement?
I think Mama shouldn't have said anything here. She shouldn't have come out. She should have just continued in the back end and continued to do two things like most mothers would do. Commit it to God and continue to pray for guidance and clearance. And she shouldn't have come out. She has she said it. Her son is going through divorce, and she shouldn't have said the things she said. It's not needed. The man shouldn't have, and all that has been said. It can't be taken back. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree with you. I felt she was stoking the fires there. Should have been private. Things like that should never be public. 2Face is not a child. Was messy. And finally, what's your take on Annie? Because this thing started with 2Face. Annie was it started with 2Face. Then it moved to Annie. Now it's full blown to 2Face, Natasha, 2Face's mom. No one is talking about Annie anymore. What's your take? Given that, one of the major blogs mentioned that she's in rehab, and we've not heard anything from Annie's camp, from Annie herself, anybody affiliated with her, in terms of, her getting better and just your general thoughts before we close out.
I think she's doing the best I expect from anybody going through this process. She's quiet. She doesn't need to talk to anybody. She owes nobody any explanation. She she's in the best place to first recover herself from whatever she may have. So she needs to focus on that. She doesn't need to focus on what is going on outside. If she comes back and still wants to attend to it, the ground is there. However, I just think move on.
I totally agree with you. Self-love is extremely important. Love yourself is when you can take care of yourself, you can take care of anybody else around you. And for me, my thoughts go out to the children.
Yeah.
That's the people like, just like you. I'm not going to say 2Face is a victim. I'm not going to say Annie is a victim. I'm not going to say 2Face is innocent. I'm not going to say Annie is innocent. I'm not going to say both of them are guilty. It's never a good thing when a marriage goes this way. Theirs is particularly worse because they are public figures. Regular people can have issues every day and the world is never going to know about it. Maybe a few people might know about it and that's that. But with public figures, there's no going away from it. Whether you're a public official, you're a religious person, you're a government official, or you're a celebrity like they are, the world will dissect. But like you said, when you bring it out to the public space, we have to do what we have to do. But thank you so much for coming on the show. It's a pleasure to interview you on this particular topic. Guys, if you'd like to be a member of this, or like to be interviewed by me on any topic, please send me an email at ANaijaman'sperspective@gmail.com. And OAR, do you have a Instagram handle where people can follow you if they want to follow you for more insights?
My Instagram handle is OAR1. And my Twitter handle is OAR@1. Or X.
Excellent.
I am OAR.
Thank you. So you've got it there. So contact him, follow him. He has wonderful work that he displays on both handles. And guys, I'll see you in the next one.